Well, not gonna waste much time with an intro here. We got 14 under for round one of Plat. Respectable, not the best. And that's okay. If we can keep pace with that or better here, that would be great. Tees do move back and the wind drops to medium out of the southwest. Things firm up to moderate and green speeds are default. So, it's things are going to be less windy, which means that headwinds are not as bad. Tailwinds are not going to get us near as far. So it's going to be tough pickings here for maybe some of the earlier eagle opportunities. But hopefully we can still find some eagles. This time we don't find ourselves in the heavy rough off of the first tee, so that's excellent. I was really hoping I wasn't going to jinx myself there the way the ball starts rolling around. 256 to the back. Wow, it is entirely different in terms of brightness. Holy cow, my eyes. It's like almost just a bit too bright. Just the way that things contrast here. I think we'll more than likely roll out the backside. But I think I want to be over towards this left a bit because everything just kind of feeds out to the right. I pulled it a little bit more left, so I'm going to really need this to go right and roll. I need it to get to that ridge because I do not want to putt down this. All right, it's going to pick up speed. Probably roll out the back of the green. But that's okay. That's going to give us a putt. Yeah, that's like probably about as perfect as it can be. 151s. Oh, I can barely see, man. I can barely see. Holy cow. It's about dang time. It's about dang time. Senor, coming into the sound of an eagle on hole one. Thank you very much for the 76-month free subscription. Holy cow. Hope you continue to enjoy your faces. Welcome back. That was a heckin' long time, my guy. Made sure to hold myself until after I hit the ball. I do appreciate that. I do appreciate that. Okay, so I think I do want to go for this. I think that this 3-wood... This 3-wood needs a little bit of overpower. Because I think that backspin's just going to stop it. 104, but the 104 is okay. Fact of the matter is I pulled it. But that's going to work out. Because this leaves us a little chip. And going to give it some breaks because I know that we're going to need this to get onto the green and then kind of settle itself down. All right, come on now. A little bit short. I put the brakes on it, so it's not quite going to release enough. All right, so no back-to-back eagles. But 3 under through 2 is Very, very solid, and I am very pleased with that. Par 3, 153, downhill, but into wind. So it's going to leave us, a little bit on the short side. Probably will get a little bit of bounce and roll, but I'm going to give it a little bit of D-loft. Almost couldn't get the words out of my mouth. D-loft. Let me break your concentration with my sub. Pay attention to me. Gosh, so needy. So needy you are. Yeah, just fast pulling us a little bit offline. So let's see what we can do here with the putt. Obviously, we putt with a more aggressive mentality, I would say. So maybe somewhere like here. I'm not surprised that this one goes low, though. Okay. Great read. Great read. I'm a little bit concerned because, like, we're on different green speeds from last round. So is the switch up back to faster green speeds going to trip us up? There, it does not. And I think here is going to be a similar approach to the last round, except this time we have wind that's favorable, so we should be able to pretty easily find our way out into the fairway. Because this is just going to give us fairway and green to work with and a shorter shot. So all of those things in combination are exactly what we would like them to be. Yeah, because 68 yards, it's uphill a little bit, but like this lob wedge pitch, moderate with a little bit of release, should be able to give ourselves a rolling chance. Just gotta hit a nice swing here. Underhit it a little bit. I put that touch of bite, but when you underhit it, you want the release back. Needed that just to roll a little bit more. That's okay, though. Because if the putter continues to maintain its ferocity, then we're kind of always keeping ourselves in play here. Just like that. That's exactly what I mean. If the putter stays hot, it's okay for us to miss a little bit. It's that combination. When the putter goes cold and we're no longer striking things well. Okay. Well, I don't think I really want to play it into this because I think we're just going to bounce into places we do not want to be. So we're going to take this hybrid here, give ourselves a wedge, and then we'll wedge it up to the back of the green. And I think that'll be, like, best case scenario for us. So yeah, we got 103 yards. 111 yard carry on this. 107. I mean, so this is a little bit deep. Uphill lie, so we are going to lose some from that. Still a few yards long, so we just want to take this back a little bit. Lie is going to drift us with that wind. Everything's going to kind of feed us to the left. All right. I think this is the shot that we want to play. Kick a little bit right, just sit down. I mean, we're giving ourselves, it's a bunch of medium length putts. And if we can keep the faith up and keep the trust. I mean, I really like our chances. I really like our chances. Come on. Another par 5. Let's get another eagle on the board. Just keep on rolling. Just keep on rolling. 677 yards, though. They're just like trying to keep us from scoring. I gotta try and overpower this. 105. Push slow, but if we can hold the fairway and it's out towards the right-hand side, it's going to give us the best chance of getting towards the green. But this still feels like, to me, even... It's a 387-yard drive. We still have 307 to go uphill. But, actually... That's not bad. 90%, that's over 270. 260, back into the 270s. Blame Oobs. This is actually long. This is actually long. So I want to go over here. And then just a little bit off. But I'm feeling decent about this shot, just based on how last round went. Pushed it. I'm going to need some kicks to the left. I knew we had the distance. Dang it. I pushed it just a little bit. If we get that onto the green, that rolls back there. And we're in the back corner there with something uphill. Now we've got ourselves in a tougher spot. Full off, full backspin. This probably still is going to end up long, but it should have the potential to find the hole on the way past. I hit it a little bit slow, so we're going to be low. But up into the vicinity, so still a 7-footer. It's got a fair amount of break. It's just a tough pin location. Why is that so sharply turning right at the hole? Oh, man. I do not like this, Sam. I am. This is going to take such a hard swing at the end. Ah! And now it's going to be way gone. So I take the aggressive line trying to make it, and then it's downhill behind. That's such a painful putt. I don't know much of a better way to go about it, to be completely honest. That's a questionable pin. I mean, it's legal, but maybe it's not. I don't know. I don't like that pin. I know it's a par 5, but that's kind of nasty. That's kind of nasty. So 3-putt on that. So we get the eagle on 1, and then we bogey there. So not great. Not great. All right, uphill with the flop shot. I think we're going to try and de-loft this a little bit. Try and counteract some things. Make sure that we can get our flopperino up there. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Seal the deal. We'll just forget that bogey ever happened. We'll just forget that ever happened. So yeah, McTrees, Oobs, you guys as scheduling agents here, can you explain the par 5? Or just like how drastic does the break have to be right at the hole before it's a no-go? Or is that just one of those, well, I wasn't on that side when I tested it? Because to me, when it's like not breaking that much and then it just like turns into a huge bank right at the hole, that's like evil hole location 101. Just be better is what they always tell you. Yeah, I kind of always hate that excuse. And by kind of, I mean a lot. Oh, not the push. That came out well short. Like, well short. All right. Not really the greatest of situations for us, but I guess it is what it is. Wow. All right, that was way stronger. I like made an adjustment at the end just based on eye test, and that didn't work. So maybe if it doesn't pass the eye test, like should relook at the whole thing and not just make like a minor adjustment. Maybe that's the play. Probably would work out a lot better for me most of the time if that's the approach that we take. All right, I think 6-iron. I'm gonna play this stock. Let it flare to the right a little bit because the green brings it back left. A little bit fast, so we're actually gonna end up hanging out to the left and just never getting over to the right. That like didn't really carry near as far as I thought it would. Maybe I'm over reading the wind there or something, but that's definitely off. Didn't set this course up so you can't speak to it, but sideways break at the hole are a very common thing in 2K23 anytime the green speeds are above moderate. Don't like playing them either, but you don't have much you can do about it other than use slow greens a ton. Well, isn't that why courses are meant to be designed on faster green speeds and then slowed down, or does that have a different effect that I'm expecting it to? Oh, don't you do me dirty like that. That was a pretty good give. That was a pretty good give. Get everybody to design their courses on 165 to 186 and then slow them down. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. For me, it's always so painful. Because, like, I understand where you guys come from, like, where that argument comes from of be better, but, like, there's also just it being reasonable. Avoid yellow, yellow, 9-box on default speeds. Yeah, like, it's not a 9-box, but when you're still firmly placed in it, I don't know. I just don't love that where it's like barely breaking and then like a foot and a half before the hole and through the hole, it's like, and we're gonna take a sharp right. That's always like, come on. Why you gotta be like that? So it's just always been like a not so fun thing for me. And I know everybody plays the same things, but hit your shot below the hole and you're putting uphill, then break isn't an issue. Yes. Of course. Then I must just suck because I always am on the side. I'm always stuck on the side. Eight iron. Let's see, we're gonna lose. I think we need to play D-loft. I think it's okay if we go behind the hole here a little bit. Maybe. Maybe not. I'll take a touch off. I'll take a touch off of it. We'll play it from out here. Did not strike that well. Definitely better than I thought, but I also thought that was like a mega slow. But like, so I guess I just never understand how I'm always off. Somehow I'm always on the hill. This one's not as bad though, because at the hole itself, it's flatter. I just don't like when it's flip it. Like the last hole that we had, it was flatter, and then this was the break at the hole. It's just, it breaks so much in the early parts. It's just, how do you get it? How do you get it on the right line? All right, we're gonna go with that. There we go. There we go. That's big. That's big stuff. Thanks, Scud. 101, and I don't. Might have to take the pitch. Even though I'm like not super comfortable with the pitch shot. I might have to solely for the fact that lob wedge might just end up causing me too much like backspin. Yep, pretty much. Pretty much to be expected. Don't really care your result, just that you found it challenging. I think the hard part for me is like me finding it challenging, but seeing the scores and it's when everybody else doesn't seem to find it challenging. That's always a thing too. I don't know. Like obviously, I'm always striving to get better. Don't get me wrong. Like I don't want it to just be like crazy easy, but at the same time, like I just feel like I know it's like a mental thing. I don't know how I'm always on the side of a hill. I don't know how I'm always the one that seems to not have the easy putt. Everything is like always feels like it's so much harder. We'll take that kick. Little ricochet off of the hillside there. Thank you kindly. Feel like you're playing your ass off to shoot X and see somebody shoot 15 to 20. Yeah, like even in some of these rounds, it's just like, oh, you're 5-6 strokes off in a round and you feel like you shot pretty well, or like didn't feel like you missed too many opportunities. Yet somehow it's like, oh. And it's fine if it's I guess the thing is it's always fine if it's like one or two people, right? Because one or two people means like, yeah, they shot their ass off. But it's when you look and you're like, okay, so I'm a couple strokes back and I'm in 50th. Or hey, what's going on, Jono? Cockster, welcome back. How are you guys doing? Thank you for the luck. Proximity shows it. Got to make those side hillers. Yeah, we're getting better at it. It's just like I feel like I have so many side hill lies. I think it's just the quantity. I really think that's the biggest thing for me, Scud, is like the quantity it feels like I have. Which, maybe it is that way across the board and I just don't realize it, you know? Because I know I have other lacking parts of my game, like shots like this right here. These wacky lies and stuff, I'm always so bad. And like, just a little bit of swing play and miss pulls it left, and so I don't go flying off the side there. It's just so tough. Because now I have such a long shot. Hey, what's going on, Button? Welcome back. Distance control is good, but accuracy not so much, so you have a lot of side hillers. Well, I think that's kind of the problem that I run into. I have really good distance control, but with wind and like the occasional shankers, whatever, start to get off pace quite a bit. All right. Well, this seems like it's gonna be awfully fun. Didn't really take... I mean, it's close. Just didn't quite take that ridge early on the way that I thought it might. It's okay, though. I gotta find some sort of compromise in that shot. That should be a good drive. Okay, so we got on a side hill lie last round. And again, we're on a side hill lie, so have to keep that in mind, but we're definitely in a different position with what club we're approaching with. Unfortunately, we're just kind of in between the two. Like, I don't know if it would have been better to not take the big chunk out of the distance there and have just a fuller 3 hybrid coming in, but now we are most definitely struggling a little bit. Probably want to be actually more out to this right-hand side. Land it some... Well, it's so tough because it does this stupid thing where this kicks left and then you come up here and this kicks right. So they're basically just full-on trying to prevent you from using the front part to get onto the green in any reasonable fashion. So that's always ideal. But we have uphill, we're losing distance, so... Full loft is going to leave us a little short. All right, kind of banking on this to take the distance off of it. Putting a lot of faith in this to come off to the left. Hit it fast, but that's actually pretty well the line we want. Just need to get onto the green far enough. Oh, that's a shot. Sit. Stop rolling. No, don't do this to me. Come on now. All right, we're still on the... This is the section of the green we want to be. It's not too crazy. I mean, there's still... Don't get me wrong, there's still going to be some action here. Hey, what's going on, Suicidal? How are we doing? It's got that little bit of downhill roll there. All right, come on. I pulled it into the cup. Woo! All right, eagle number 2 on the round. Big stuff right there. All right, 3 to play. Let's get this going into the fairway. This is going to be like a short-sided pitch shot, but I think that's going to be okay. Fairway continues to feed us down to around the same spot it did in round 1. All right, 68 yards. The only thing that's like super screwy with this is if we land it too short and we hit here, it's going to take a massive kick. But I think we have to just kind of trust that if we let this drift out to the right, it's going to get right enough and be okay. I hit it fast. I like really forced that shot. It's not gonna hit the fringe though. So I guess we've got that going for us. But yeah, definitely forced that shot in there. Just so concerned about it. But there's not a ton of movement, so theoretically here should be able to just put ourselves on that right edge and drive it home. Okay. We had that bogey on the par 5, which is really killing things, but we're right close to on pace with last round. We were right close to on pace with last round. So if we just ace this, tie it back up, give ourselves a chance on 18. I don't know that this is going to be to our benefit here. 182 got a little bit of wind on a diagonal. Feels like the type of thing that's going to hit this and just like kick super hard to the right. But maybe that's the play. Maybe you like let the wind drift you and kick it right. Because if we go up a club, I mean, good luck. I'm like trying to take it into this bank and it's going to just run it down into the right. So I'm going to get a little bit precarious here. Try something out. Oh, that was the right idea. Maybe should have tried to play something to take some roll out of it, but that was the line. Like, if you're gonna try and give it a chance to go in the hole, that's definitely one way to go about it. Oh, this is not going to be pretty. Might be too firm. The line is good, though. All right. Whew. Big putt. Big putt. Scott, are you proud? I hope you're proud. We brought the counting back, and it's seeming like it's paying off. Seems like it's paying off so far. These pitches are testing me. These pitches are definitely testing me. Because realistically, I probably should be going up. Should be going up to this gap wedge pitch shot and trying to put the brakes on. We'll see, though. Push slow. How's the distance, though? Yeah, the pitches are still not a mystery fully, but like execution-wise, they're still not my best shot. Tempo is a slight adjustment, and that swing speed is so slow it just throws my normal tempo off just a bit. All right. Come on, get in there. Walk it off. All right. So that right around the turn is not where I succeed. I've been struggling for whatever reason, like holes 9 through 13 or so. But bringing it back-to-back 14s, I'll take it. I mean, these guys are out here shooting crazy numbers, but we got 2 eagles this round. We had the one hole that kind of fell apart and took the eagle on a par 5. But apparently it just got to be better. So, you know, we were aggressive on the birdie approach. Probably should have looked at things a little bit more closely because I didn't want to roll out and have that much of a return putt. But 14-14, so we're kind of in line with what we did last week. We had 15-14 the first 2 rounds, then 14-14 here. Now it's a matter of if we can bring it home, but I feel like putting is much improved, and so far right now, swing is going pretty well. So we'll see what we can do on the weekend.